Hi everybody.
Hi.
We're back on the boat. We are currently in Sicily, having left Montenegro, how long ago now? What, just over a week ago or a week ago? Must take about a week to get here.
Tuesday, we leave on Monday.
Yeah, I think so. So we went from Montenegro to Brindisi, where we checked into Europe, and out of Montenegro, which is a non-EU country.
Straightforward as well, wasn't it?
Very straightforward, yeah, very easy. And then from Brindisi, we actually stayed there an extra night, and then travelled across from the heel to the ball of the foot of Italy, and we did a little bit of anchoring on that coast till we got to a good enough point where we could take off to get straight across to where we are now.
Sicily.
Sicily. Yeah.
We had to motor, didn't we? The last
we had to
bit,
motor because there's been
no
absolutely no wind whatsoever, which has been a bit strange because we've had some really good winds getting from Montenegro to Brindisi. That we actually flew along. We were sort of 10 to 12 knots most of the time, which was amazing.
That's when I was poorly.
Yeah, well, me and Nick managed to
I must say thank you to Nick and Claire for being on board those first few days, because for some reason it's taken me 3 days
to
get my sea legs back.
Yeah.
And I was quite seasick for the first few days, so if they hadn't been on board, you'd have been single-handed.
Yeah, good practice. So in this episode you'll see we've had a few problems with the boat. We're still having problems with our engine throttles. We've actually lost the port side throttle controller completely. There's no red lights on that whatsoever. So we have a single starboard throttle which works, but is working intermittently. Now we think that is due to moisture or water in the actual throttle box in the housing. But we're hearing there's all sorts of problems with quite a few boats at the same time having the same sort of problem. So it's maybe a bit wider picture. So we're going to hopefully get that resolved in the next few days. We'll see, hopefully.
But at least we have got two.
Yeah, well, at least we have got
helms.
a means of. Yeah.
Sam and Darren have only got one helm, and theirs is.
Yeah, and they've got problems with theirs as well. Yeah. We had a bit of a leak yesterday, which I will show you. We had a bit of footage of that. So we've got
It's more than a bit of a leak.
We've got a filter pot that actually a seagull filter that takes the taste out of the plastic water tanks, where the water comes from down the port side to the drinking water tap, and I hadn't put the stainless steel bottom connection on properly, and a day after redoing it, it just burst everywhere and water was just filling up the deck. So we had about 2 inches of water in that hull.
It was one of those, what's this little thing supposed to do moments, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And then
so that's
we
resolved.
realised what it was supposed to do.
So as I said, Nick and Claire sailed with us from Montenegro to where we are now, and they have just left the boat today, which is the 6th of April. And so we're
it's the 6th of May.
May, 6th of May, well, still very tired. And we're actually anchored at the foot of Mount Etna, so we'll show you that as well. So Mount Etna, and she's been showing her temper a little bit these last day or so, with ash all over the boat, and yesterday we'd actually see it sort of pluming, which was quite interesting because I didn't even know it was still alive. But there you go.
After Claire had spent 2 days cleaning the boat.
Yeah, Claire got the boat nice and clean, and then we got covered in ash. Sounds about right, doesn't it? So we've been shopping. We've restocked our food fridges because we were almost out, which was quite worrying when we were struggling to find supermarkets on the south coast of Italy. There's literally nothing, nowhere to stop to get to shops. So we are now fully restocked enough for the next few days anyway.
Enough,
yeah. So we're going to spend a bit of time. We might spend a couple of days here before we move off, and then we're going to decide whether we're going to go south side of Sicily or north side of Sicily. But that kind of depends on, I'm trying to get somebody to respond to the throttles, and if that means we have to go to Palermo on the north side, we'll go that way instead. But if I don't get a reply, we'll probably do the south side of Sicily, because I think the wind's slightly better that way this next week or so. So anyway,
back up the Messina Straits, like we did last summer, but in the other direction.
Yeah, other way around. Yeah. Right, so we'll crack on with the episode.
So we're just preparing Ryder to get ready to come out of Montenegro. Just working out where all the lines are. So these two black lines at the back of the boat are going to be slipped. Nick just trying to kill himself. These are going to be slipped as Neil drives the boat forward. We are also attached at the front here on what Neil calls slime lines, because they sit in the bottom of the water, so they get all slimy and not very nice. This one's actually quite a nice one. So this is attached to the bottom, and then it's attached to the boat. So we'll undo them first, both sides. So we'll undo them first, drop them into the water so the boat's free at the front. And then Claire and I will be watching either side, so we've got this wall to contend with and our neighbouring boat. So as the wave rider moves forward, we need to check that we've got plenty of clearance this side, plenty of clearance on the wall. We also have to watch these slime lines on the neighbours next door's boat because we obviously don't want to snag on them with our dagger board. So Neil will go forward quite a bit before then turning. We'll obviously be watching the back of the boat on the wall, and hopefully that'll be us out of here. It's been really lovely here in Montenegro. This marina's just been great. Montenegro's very beautiful. Lots of hills. And we're heading out that way. You can't actually see the entrance to the sea because there's just so many hills all the way around. There's another cat going out now. So headed out that way to where are we heading to check out? Zelenki to check out, and then straight across to Italy.
Right, you can drop. This is Wave Rider. Our lines are ready to slip, and we are about to leave the marina. Right, you'll be here in a minute, so...
Once Claire slipped that, she's using that flat fender for that back corner.
Yeah,
all the way along that boat.
Hopefully it's going to go straight forwards, and you shouldn't touch anything, but just need to be ready. Once you've got that, get the flat fender ready. Once you've dropped that, got rid of that, and you're on that.
The video's on. Very important piece of equipment. These are called marriage savers. Basically, so we don't have to shout at each other.
Hello. Oh.
Hello? Hello? Hello. We can hear each other now. So he can be at the back of the boat. Well, actually, it'll be on the starboard side helm. Normally, actually, it's on the port side helm, but we've had a little bit of a problem with the engine on that side. So Neil's going to be helming from that side, and I'll be forward on the wall side and then forward on the boat side, while Nick and Claire will both out the back. So hopefully it'll go well.
There you go, meter, slip.
You keep out that side car as well.
Meter.
Side. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's complete.
Any more? Keep going.
Right off, go ahead.
Right off, take slip off.
Tell me how far it is to out. What's the back body in it? It's killed. You know.
Look,
You've got that end again. Put down to it again.
right, you've got about half a metre. Going on. Let's see. Once the tender
What's the
there,
tender?
go forward a bit. You're all right. You're all right. We'll just be wearing the tender. That's it. Yeah. Clear.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Successfully out of the marina. Well done, Nick.
Thank you.
It's close to that wall, though, wasn't it? Bit of a rub. Yeah, it knew that.
What did you think, Neil?
Turn.
Yeah, we bounced off the flat fender.
Yeah.
We should have. I think we should have had a fat boy there.
Oh, we did?
Well, the fat boy does underneath the overhang of the wall. That's the problem.
Oh.
So if you put it up with the wall.
Yeah,
it's
but we've
about-
got a big grey fat one, haven't we? Where's that?
That was against it. That was against the wall, so we didn't
Yeah.
use it. So it worked.
Right. Anyway, we're out, and
Not out yet.
we're
Almost
just.
out.
This is why this marina's been so good, because it's got these breakwater walls here, which most marinas do have to come into, but you can also see that other wall further out. So it's really, really protected. Some super yachts in here. This one's been cleaned. How long have they been cleaning this boat? Like a week, haven't they?
A week, yeah.
Well, I don't think they're cleaning it. I think they're giving it a sort of like a wax
Another big yacht.
polish, maybe.
coming into the...
Well, there's another yacht coming in on the other side of it. You can't actually see it because this one's so big. What have they got on the front there that they're hanging on to?
Oh, they're like a halyard they're using, aren't they?
Yeah, they're using like sheets to...
Climbing lines, really, aren't they?
Climbing lines and harnesses. Like me when I went up the mast. So, bye-bye Porto Novi. So we're just coming into the harbour where we're going to check out Montenegro. We're going to put the boat this side along the wall. I'll have to jump onto the wall to take the lines because there's nobody on land to help us. And then bring the boat alongside and we'll check out.
Behind us.
How high would you say it is?
Behind you?
Is that rubbish?
Oh yeah.
Alright. You're going to have to go off the front, I think, because I've got very little back control. Put a knot in it, Karen, don't pass it back, put a knot in it for now.
Wait.
Throw it, Claire. You doing? What they're like those fenders. Just motoring out to the entrance to the harbour. Nick's getting the code 0 ready. Karen's on the front, washing the fenders, getting them all put away. Ropes and fenders. Okay, we're just entering Brindisi now. It is now 2:46 in the morning. Crew's up.
Morning.
Where we're going. We'll try and anchor in here somewhere, probably around there. I think if we get an anchor, we're going to get on the jetty or something like somewhere around here or here. I'm sure we've got to work out some sort of system like this to get the boat on like that. Some size port. Fenders out. This is really pretty.
Isn't it? I like the way the lights.
So we're in Brindisi. First of May, 10 o'clock, and we're just leaving the port of Brindisi. What I can do. The lighthouse. It's the very end of Italy.
At the heel.
Tip of the heel.
Yeah. The east coast.
Morning campers, Friday 2nd of May. We are just leaving the very tip of the heel of Italy and heading towards the toe. Screaming along quite nicely. Beautiful morning. Bit of wind chill, but apart from that, very nice. Nick's on coffee duty. Karen's on drinking coffee. Here's our route for the day.
We won't get that far though, I don't think.
No, we'll get as far as we can. Might get to that first tip here.
Yeah.
It's the only boat we've seen since we've been out here. steaming along, 10 knots average. Great progress.
So we're just having our lunch.
It is.
And this little guy
Get out.
landed on the boat. How far off land are we, Neil?
It's on the wind.
So we think we're 20 miles off. It's on the drive, on the line driver. I think we're about 20 miles off the coast. So we've got a little passenger having a rest, I think. So we've just set off from Italy, south of Italy, on our way to Sicily. Neil just radioed this boat because it was just a bit close to us. And had a little conversation. So we radioed on 16, channel 16, to make contact, and then they changed to channel 6, and he confirmed that he was going to speed up a bit and pass in front of us. So because he's motoring and we are sailing, we've got the jib and the mainsail up. I'm sailing on an angle of 34 degrees. Upwind, which is amazing, in a catamaran. And we've just given him a wave to say thank you.
Continuous furling line, ready to put the code 0 out. He says it all.
Nick, just hold that like that one, please, so I don't have to roll it, so I can go up there to zip it. Forget that these ones, you have to zip them on the inside.
Light winds, well on the beam. Hopefully we can get the code 0 out, that's the plan. We'll see what happens. You got Nick pulling it there.
The red lines on it, Nick.
Taking a picture of us. Another adventure.
You would not believe where we are, in the middle of nowhere. Eh? Piccolo. This is where we're going back to. We're going out there somewhere. We'll see.
No. 5th of May. Boat saga continues. Big leak. Don't worry, we're not sinking yet. It's fresh water. Carbon filter pot's been leaking. The A-team's on it.
So we think that this filter here, one of these connections is loose. Or
No,
something.
it's the black knob that's loose that's pissing out. I think I'll bet you. It's that.
And it's we retightened that, didn't we?
Yeah, it'll be coming out. It'll be coming out of the seal.
Coming up through that.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll sort it.
Like,
Yeah. You taste it. Put your finger. Just taste the water.
No.
Just taste the water.
You have.
I'll taste it again. Might taste a bit salty from what's been there before. Hey? It's not. Lunchtime snack.
Fruit bread in the bread maker. Nuts.
So far today we've had a water leak, an engine failure. Anything else can go wrong?
There's two things.
Well, the engine probably wasn't today, really, was it? So most of the time in the Mediterranean, this is what the water's like. It's, as you can see, we've got about 2.5 knots of wind, and it is absolutely mill pond flat. And we're about, I don't know, 10 miles off Sicily at the moment. So this is the South Italian coast, and I think you can just about make out Sicily in the distance. Yeah, just over there. So we should get in there tonight about 7:30. Hopefully get out for tea, because we've absolutely eaten everything. Till we get to a shop, there's not much food left. No fishing today. When we put the engines on, it turns the lines over and over and makes a right mess, so we only fish when we're sailing. Just going to show you how dirty the boat is from Mount Etna. It's actually not as bad as we sort of say it is, but you can just about make out the dirt and the grime from the ash that's been spewed out. Bear in mind, we cleaned it already once. Well, this is Sicily. It's very beautiful. And then if I just rotate round, you see Mount Etna over there. So we're just going to start to clean the boat down now, give it a wood wash down. Get the hose pipe connected up. Might make a little bit of water while we're doing this, just so we can replenish what we're using. Beautiful. We were a bit close to that Ondine early this morning after sleeping last night. We woke up and we were about, I don't know, 10 metres from it, so we actually lifted the anchor and moved a bit further away, which has been definitely a very good move. And if you have a look over here, we've got a big cruise liner that's just came in. I think it came in last night, or it might be early this morning. It was early this morning, and they've been dropping people off on the jetty.
We all live in a yellow submarine, except it's red. We might get to see it go under. So we're currently in Nakos Bay. Is it Nakos Bay?
Nakos Bay, yeah.
Nakos Bay. We're going to be here for a while. So we're finding anything to entertain us, like watching submarines. The reason why we're going to be here for a while is because we've got a problem with our throttles on both sides, unfortunately. So Outram are sending us a part out. We're hoping to get an address here to send them to. We've been into the marina shop. They said they might let us send something to their shop. Otherwise it's a trip home to pick up the part and then back again. But unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because it's beautiful here, we will be stuck stationary until we've got it sorted. So this is, you can hear the bells ringing. Gorgeous town up there, which we'll go and have a trip to if we're going to be here for a while. And then this is the bay all the way around. And then over there is Mount Etna, which we also might have a trip. There's a walking trip up there. I'm going to try and convince Neil to come walking. The submarine's not gone down yet.